Remember those sultry sirens luring you in with their song? Okay, that's like me. I'm a sultry little siren luring you in with my song, but guess what? Instead of dashing your face on the rocks until your skull smashes and eating you up, sucking out the marrow of life, so to speak, literally and figuratively. Actually, instead I'll comb your hair, because I'm learning how to braid. So I will sit by the water and braid your hair tonight. Can't believe they all shunned that woman just 'cause she had a baby. Well, I guess she didn't have the baby. It didn't make it. But like she brought a watermelon. She brought the watermelon. Then she deserves to run that place because who's got the heart, sweat, and tears? Okay, of any other staff there. That blonde lady's got the heart, sweat, and tears to run that place, and Jerry Orbach can get fucked. That kind of anger's not going to take me very far. Look, I think you can see in your heart that while it's a money-making opportunity, the true soul of the Hamptons Resort is within the dancers. It's summertime. Summer 2022. Okay, summertime 2022. Let's have a nice time this summer. No whammies. Okay? I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. I never felt this way. Yes, it's true. And I owe it all to you. Oh, I gotta unclench my fists. You ever notice when you're talking to someone and you're like, your hand is turned into a claw? Okay, that's a thing. You gotta figure that out. Don't do that. Be like, oh, my hand's a claw. Make it not a claw. Pretend you're holding a cup of coffee. Take a sip. Put it on the pretend table. Don't put it on the floor. If you can pretend there's a cup, you can pretend there's a table, for God's sake. And I owe it all to you. The tripod's broken. That's why I'm lying down on the floor, okay? I mean, wait. It's an artistic and aesthetic choice. I should get like a little. But then my grain would go away. I thought I could wrap up my jeans, green, and then flap around like I had no legs. But that's not quite the aesthetic I'm going for. Okay. It's summer. Roll down the window. Eat those cherry pits. Stop being in a fist. Eat those cherry pits. Roll down the window. Spit them out. Okay? Spit those cherry pits out the window as you're rolling down the highway. Is that not one of life's great mysteries? Great satisfactions? I think so. Maybe solve a mystery. Okay? Who put the cookie in the cookie jar? It was me. Solved one for you. I made cookies last night. Okay? So, no big surprise there. You fight and fight and fight, and that's all you kids want is to fight. Why didn't you have a dance at the community center? Oh, you did? Oh, and there was a fight at the community center? Oh. Someone got stabbed? No, that was later. When are people going to learn? Tonight, I like to be in America. Okay, by me in America. Everything free in America. For a small fee in America. When I first got here, I was lost and alone too, and then I met Shawn Mendes. Got a job as a roadie, and they just figured I was like Gore. Like, he must have worked for Gore, but then Gore started dying. And so they must have figured I was looking for work on other concert tours with Dave Grohl's mom, who's way out of my league, way out of my league. I tried to make small conversation, but I got too nervous, and I would clench up my hand in a fist. That's a telltale sign that you're not dropping into the moment. Okay. So Dave Grohl's Mrs. Grohl, wherever you are, God bless you, sweet woman. Okay. I'll always have the butter tarts recipe, which you didn't know was Canadian. So there you go. I didn't know that either for a long time. But the ass on her though. Oh, mama. Okay, so see now I got all flustered. I got all flustered thinking about Dave Grohl's mom. I don't even know your real name. She's DGM. DGM for life. Look at this fork, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my collection's complete? Look at this little basement, don't you think I have everything? I have everything I've ever wanted. Except when I can't find it then. I'll go to the Walmart and buy it. Buy it again and again. I want to be where it's clean outside, where there's no pollen and beetles on my legs and worms on my frying pans. Is it too much to ask for now? Is it too late to take the house back now? I want to be part of the world of people who have clean kitchens. Hey, welcome to the Beach Blanket Party Special version 2, 2.0. Be a mermaid. Flap around in the ocean. Oh, there's nothing so freeing as being in the ocean. All right? The water against your nuts or whatever else you got. And it's just great. You don't think about the vast, sheer vastness of the water below you, in front of you. A tiny speck, but if you do, it's kind of comforting. And I can float all day in the sun. We didn't get to swim a lot where I was from. So then, yeah, there I was on tour, and then got a job on Shawn Mendes' tour, and that's how we met. And then, yeah, that's why when we were in Wales, we fought that dragon, which I thought might have been the one that crapped me out, but it wasn't. I'll find him one day. I'll know by the shape of his asshole. There'll be a Silverhead silhouette where an anus should be, and I'll know you were the one that ate me. And I suppose if I could crawl up inside somehow and go out his mouth, I could go back home, but I like it here. It's nice. I've got a life now. Kids. Sometimes you can't go home again. And I will be part of this world. So me and Shawn Mendes fought a dragon. We kissed and then we fought a dragon. Not like right away after, but I pretty soon, because I thought, well, if I'm gonna die, I might as well go for it. Uh, the thing is, Shawn Mendes is a child. I think I was, you know, bound up in the glamour of it all. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm glad we fought that dragon together. But I guess that's why I haven't heard from you since. And Yeah, it was a mistake. Well, the laughs per minute. I'm not doing it. Not doing it today. Okay, so the Beach Blanket Party Special version 2. Be a mermaid. Uh, Poor unfortunate souls, okay? Don't give her your voice. If someone's like, do you want sexy legs? Not even sexy legs. They were just legs, okay? It's a kid's movie. God damn it. They're just legs, okay? Don't give up your voice, is what I'm saying. Because, like, does he even know you? Oh, man. The hits just keep coming. Stop clenching your fists. This is like my kryptonite. This is my confessional kryptonite. But I've got to power through somehow. Keep my vibrations up. I can do it. I had the time of my life. Love Shack, baby. Love Shack. If you're driving down the hill and you see a shack and it's shaking and quaking, you better get in that shack. Jump in there too and see who's age appropriate for you. Okay. Look at this stuff. Isn't it great? What did you say? It was something I ate. Feeling in my tummy. Sure, it was yummy, but it came back later to haunt me. And now my gastrointestinal taunt me. I'm sorry, Sean Mendes. I got knots in my stomach just thinking about it. I'm sure he's forgotten about the whole thing. But if he hasn't, maybe I should track him down and say sorry. Or would that just make it worse? Maybe he just wants me out of his life. Once you've been through something like that, you've got some kind of trauma bond, but it doesn't mean that you ever want to see that person again. But he was brave that day. He was brave that day. I had the time of my life working on Shawn Mendes' tour. And I owe it all to you, Shawn Mendes. Ooh, ooh. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Why didn't you say my pile of junk is complete? I can't throw away anything. You never know when you're going to need it. You grasp onto it so tight. This piece of puzzle, well, one day I might complete it. So I better keep it in my sight. I wanna go where the people are, with white painted houses and spotless clean counters. I want a utility sink next to the back door. I want to go and have a deck with a barbecue and a check regularly coming into me, part of my world. I want a toilet in the basement so I don't have to crap into an open pipe. I need a baseboard's sturdy replacement so the Beatles don't come out at night. You take a broomstick and hit the wall So the cockroaches quit their dashing. You pulled up all the rug after the flood. You wanted to get rid of the mold before it became a huge problem, but you did not anticipate a drain in the floor. They just carpeted right over it. And you took a sawzall to the other room, sawed up the subfloor. It was concrete underneath. It wasn't dirt, so you could never plant those potatoes in that basement apartment like you wanted to. You thought you could control your environment by growing your own food. Oh, you should have been on drugs a long time ago by that point. You kept your shoes on because your floors would stick to the floor. I meant your feet would stick to the floor every night. The tar, glue, or whatever it was, adhesive that kept the carpet down, you could not scrape it away without a fight. It was that line, no underneath, that you pulled up in a shape of beneath. While the hurricanes were in the final against the Oilers. Wow, things really have come full circle. You slept on the only exposed 2-foot piece of subfloor you could because you did not want to be on the floor because you thought the cockroaches would crawl over you in the night, lay eggs in your mouth, and then your spirit would go south. I meant down, not Mexico. You duck under the HVAC to get to the stove. Part of that world. All you had to eat was dandelions. And sometimes the landlord would come and buy you a treat. And I just don't know what I ever thought I would be buying. With a salary that small, I was a knob. Eating chocolate cake and hemp powder. Reading books about alien abduction. Basically living at the library every single day. I thought I was great. I thought I was content. I didn't know how my spirit was spent. But you could always be a mermaid. Flippy flop. My dolphin brethren, okay? They know what it's like to live a rough life. Okay? They've lived a life. They've had relationships. They've jerked off when they're lonely. Dolphins really know what's up. So don't worry about it, okay? If the dolphins could deal with all that bullshit and then still live a life and realize that, oh no. Now, you could be a mermaid, okay? Be a mermaid. Flap your flip flap. Flap your flip flappy flip. Flip flappity flip flap, okay? You can do it. Mermaids are tough, okay? Born and bred to be tough, okay? Yes. And if I ever run into those sirens again with some earmuffs, I'll say, But you can't really blame them. I mean, you can't revenge a siren. They're just doing what they did. They're a scorpion. You knew they were a scorpion when you put them on your face. You can't give up. Don't do it. Okay, there's plenty of other times to pack it in, but that's not going to be today. It's not going to be today. The dolphins could do it, so can you. Just take 1 foot in front of the step and step 1 foot in front of the other. It's going to work out. Maybe not the way you thought it was, but it'll work out in a way that in retrospect you'll be like, huh, okay. Part of the world. I did it. I just want to say this to Shawn Mendes. I'm sorry, man. I misread the cues. Or maybe I was trying to find something that wasn't really there. But in the end, it wasn't really about you, was it? It was about my own projections, and that's not right. You know, Shawn Mendes? Ain't that right, man? And I hope you can forgive me.